She was in Awana, and they brought an Awana group over to the Oaks, and where we work each week, and she just immediately said, "I want to come help you." And I thought, yeah, you know, this will last not too long. But that was 5 years ago, and my relationship with her is, not only is she a wonderful helper, but she's a precious friend.
You know, as a senior adult, whenever I go on a mission trip, I almost always am multi-generational, because most people that go are younger than I. This trip was no exception, except that we went down even a little younger, and I thoroughly enjoyed being among our younger adults.
Well, we've been playing together now probably, what, 10 years? Mm-hmm. And just watching him play, keeping time, me standing beside him doing the, you know, the other percussion items, instruments like the bongos and the tambourine and different things. He's taught me a lot too.
The way that everybody just gets to know each other, because we're not necessarily in the same circles here in Sunday school classes in different areas, and so to be on the mission field together and have all those barriers broken down, and to be able to just encompass being able to serve the Lord together and have one focus and one thing in mind.
It has been a very, very good experience. I enjoy every minute that not only that I get to serve by playing drums, but to be alongside Gerald here, to see the joy and the service that he has. It's a great example to me.
One of the things that I've thoroughly enjoyed working with Tabitha is her enthusiasm and her optimism. And sometimes as you get older like us, we tend to get like ho-hum, you know, or that's the way it is or whatever. But when you work with young people, it helps you get a whole different outlook, and it gives you a better perspective. And I think it invigorates me to make me feel better about going and keep going.
I think there's a benefit in multi-generational community in that when the younger generation can interact with the older generation, I think the younger generation has a lot to learn from the older generation, especially biblically and spiritually.
I feel like I can go somewhere and gain so much wisdom from the older generation, and I feel like that's really preparing me to minister to the younger generation below me as well.
We've got, you know, I'm 27. We've got some that are still in college. We've got some that are still in middle school. Daniel's son is still in middle school. So that is, if anything, that the praise team as a whole is a great example of multi-generational communities serving Christ together.
A biblical community doesn't have any age limits, young or old. A biblical community is one that is focused on the love that God showed us through His Son Jesus.
Well, to me, my advice would be, it's maybe a little bit different. It would be, don't be afraid to talk to some of the older generation, because we can benefit as a younger generation. It's like my generation, the millennials. We can benefit from learning from their experiences.
Just have courage, honestly. Just reach out to them, and most likely they do want to reach out to you also, but maybe they're scared or they don't have the courage to do it, or they're not sure whether or not you feel the same way, and just have courage.
We should be an example, especially to the children, the youth, the young adults, you know, like a mentor to them, you know. And we're here for one purpose, is to serve the kingdom, build the kingdom of God, you know, and to worship and sing and hear His word each Sunday.